So, Devin, I have a question for you to start this off.
Yes, I'm ready.
What is your favorite movie quote of all time?
We're gonna need a bigger boat. That's my favorite movie quote.
Really? That's so generic.
That's the first one that came to
We're
my
gonna need a
head.
bigger boat. That's a good one, but it's just like,
It
of course,
is.
you would fucking say Jaws. I thought you were gonna say something from like Jurassic Park.
No.
What is that line from Jurassic Park? Like, oh, it's a big pile of shit or whatever. What does he say?
He walks up and he's like, "That's one big pile of shit." Yeah, that's what he says.
That's a great quote.
There's a many stupid quotes in that movie too, like they do move in herds and stuff.
They do move in herds. Fuck
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, man. Why do you like this shit?
There's not really any good quotes from that movie, though, to be honest.
From what, Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess other than like Jeff Goldblum's like monologue that he has.
Like there's iconic scenes, but there's not iconic quotes from that movie. Like the rain, the water in the cups vibrating with the footsteps. That's like an iconic scene at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but there's no like quotes out there that I'm like that.
And now you're selling. That's a good quote. I like
anything that. Jeff Goldblum says is just
exactly because he's the best
gold.
Character. Should have been in all the Jurassic World movies.
No, he shouldn't have.
He should have.
He didn't add anything to the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so
that's true.
So what's the point?
I think my favorite is probably it's in A Few Good Men. It's not the the most iconic one that like, oh, you can't handle the truth or anything. It's the one right after Jack Nicholson like gets caught and like he's going to jail and he lunges after Tom Cruise and says, "I'll rip out your eyes and piss in your skull" or whatever. And it's like the scariest Jack Nicholson has ever been. That's probably my favorite movie quote of all time.
That's your favorite. I mean, that's a good quote.
Yeah.
That is something I would not imagine you ever saying though.
No, I mean, it's not something you could just like quote offhand without going to jail.
You could quote Jurassic Park, "That's one big pile of shit." You could.
Oh yeah.
You could do that on the daily, I feel like, but
I feel like I do that when I see movies sometimes. I'm just like, that's a big pile of shit.
Like Samurai Cop.
No, I came out and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. I see behind you there, you have freaking Samurai Jack.
Speaking of which, what have you been watching this week, Devin?
Nothing. I have not watched anything. I've been busy all week. No, I was going to watch Blade Runner. I still haven't done it.
Have you watched Uncut Gems?
Nope. Didn't finish that either.
Son of a bitch.
I've been busy, man. I have not done jack.
It's not an excuse.
Not done. I did watch one thing. I remember I watched Kill Bill 2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't think it's better than the first one, to be honest.
I prefer the first one. I like 2, but I prefer the first one.
I prefer the first one as well. There was the weird thing with the snakes. I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Kill Bill 2 is very weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird compared to the first one.
And she gets buried alive. And I was like, what? This movie is just all over the place. It's just everywhere.
Not my favorite Tarantino movie.
It was okay. It was all right. I prefer the first one. But
I think that's like the majority. I think most people probably consider the first one the best.
I think that's the only thing I've watched, though, that I can think of. What about you, besides Samurai Jack?
I watched The French Connection, which is a movie from the 70s starring Gene Hackman. It was really good. Has a really awesome chase sequence in it where Gene Hackman was literally just told to just get in a car and just drive fast as fuck and probably cause thousands of dollars worth of property damage. It was awesome.
That's great directing right there.
Hell yeah, that's how you make movies, all right? They don't make movies like that anymore.
Just get in and drive.
Just get in and whatever happens, happens.
We'll just film it and we'll put it in the movie.
That's what I would do, honestly. I'd just be like, I don't have anything planned. I like just get in and just put your foot on the gas.
I can see you walking up on set and be like, I've never directed a chase scene in a car before, so we're just going to do this. Right?
I'm assuming you just get in and drive?
We'll just do whatever feels right.
And if you like kill a couple people along the way, then we'll just cut that out.
We got insurance for that. It'll be fine.
No, we don't even have insurance. We'll just cut it out.
We'll just bury the body and never speak of it again.
And then I have been watching Samurai Jack. Fuck you. All right.
I heard you're 3 seasons in already.
I am.
And you got it. What? You started watching it yesterday?
Well, Friday. I'm almost done with season 3. I think I have like 5 episodes left in season 3.
How many seasons of the show is there?
There's 5.
And you stopped Avatar to watch freaking Samurai
Yes,
Jack.
Samurai Jack is a much better show than Avatar. All right.
You lie.
Have you seen Samurai Jack?
No.
Then you don't fucking know. All right.
I don't believe you. That's the thing.
It's Samurai Jack is a phenomenal show.
I don't believe you.
You need to. Everyone poops on me when I say that, but the same people who poop on me for saying that have never fucking seen the show.
I haven't seen the show. I'm not pooping on you. I just don't believe it's better than Avatar.
It is. It'll blow your brain out of your butt.
Oh man, I need a good brain blowing. That's what I need.
Exactly. That sounds questionable, but all right.
I need a good one.
But it's so good, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Good. You're probably gonna finish it. Are you gonna finish it all today? No, probably not.
I could if I wanted to.
I think
I probably won't go back and rewatch season 5 because I've seen it already. So I may just go to 4 and then stop.
You're gonna
watch
finish
season 5, whatever.
Finish 4. You're gonna finish 4 and then stop.
Yeah, I might do that because I know how it ends.
That'll take you. That'll take you all day.
I mean, not really. The episodes are 20 minutes. Like,
how many episodes are there?
There's 13 in the first 4 seasons, and then 10 for the 5th.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not that bad at all.
Yeah, I thought there was like 40 episodes.
No, fucking if there were 40 episodes in this show, I would not watch the show. Like, ever.
There are some cartoon shows that go that long.
Yeah, I know,
like,
that's ridiculous.
Like SpongeBob seasons have a crazy amount of episodes.
Yeah, and that's why nobody watches SpongeBob anymore.
No, I haven't watched SpongeBob in years, but it might be also because I'm 22 and not 4.
But I still watch cartoons, and I'm 22.
There's a difference between like good cartoons though and SpongeBob.
Exactly. Samurai Jack is a good cartoon. It's a great cartoon. I just finished episode 35. I just watched it. It's like one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen.
I don't believe you.
It's like because this show, it's
there's no
animated.
way it's better than any episode of Breaking Bad. I don't believe you.
I said one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen. Breaking Bad, it tops, like it's up there with some episodes of Breaking Bad. But like, because this show is like really serious, and it's kind of surprising that I even found any kind of interest in it as a kid. Because like it has humor in it, but like not a lot. It's very like real shit. Like we got to get down to business and cut some robots in half.
We're gonna murder everyone and then not speak of it.
Well, I mean, he brings it up because
is it a kid show?
It is. Well, seasons 1 through 4 were, because season 5 was on Adult Swim.
Oh,
and there's blood and shit everywhere.
Season 5, like the end, like they're not making it anymore, or
as far as we know, yeah. There's a game coming out that's apparently like canon, and I hope they don't fuck up the ending. Because the ending, everyone hated the ending, but after I saw the ending, I was like, this is absolutely perfect. This is exactly how it should have ended 11 years ago when the show, originally got canceled.
What if it comes out and it's garbage? And it's
the game doesn't look good. Like it looks like a PS2 game.
Is it one of those like games where you just pick decisions, or is it like an actual game?
No, it's just like a platformer. Like you just you go to level, you cut some robots, so then do that 15,000 times.
Because I imagined it was like the Walking Dead games where you're like,
no, I would actually probably prefer that because that would be really good.
You think so?
If Telltale made a Samurai Jack game, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that company went under, so it doesn't matter.
I heard they're coming back though.
They got bought out by some other company, but I don't know if they're actually coming back or not.
They need to come back. They need to put out Wolf Among Us season 2. All right.
I don't know about what that is.
Wolf Among Us season 1 was fucking great, and it ended on a cliffhanger. I want to know what happens.
Oh, you'll never know.
This sucks. Maybe, I could read the comics.
I was gonna say maybe they'll release like a script or something, and you can just read it.
I'm not gonna read that. Fuck that.
Fuck that. You ready to get into some real news, though, Wade?
Let's get into some real news.
All right. I want to hear your news because I'm saving mine because mine's special.
Did you see the trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music?
I did not. No.
This was one of the big. This was like the only trailer that came out that everyone was really kind of talking about.
No, I didn't even hear about this. So
have you seen the previous 2 Bill and Ted movies?
Nope.
Well, that's fun. I haven't seen them either. This movie looks fun though.
This is Keanu, right?
Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter.
Yeah.
and they're like old and gross now. But that's kind of this seems like the first movie to like acknowledge that and be like, yeah, they're not cool anymore. Like they're middle aged like fucking losers.
Does
And I think that could be
Keanu
fun.
actually look old?
Oh, he looks so old.
Oh, did he shave?
Yeah.
I've heard he shaved. Did he cut his hair? Or he still got
No,
long
he still
hair?
has that John Wick hair,
Oh,
but he had that in the previous Bill and Ted movies. So I mean, it made sense. But he looks so old. That chin.
His beard makes him look younger.
That's his fountain of youth.
Yeah, I know.
He's got an old man chin.
He's been secretly hiding it,
and he looks like he gained a bunch of weight too, which is like
I mean, he's been in quarantine. You know, well, I guess this was probably filmed.
Yeah,
before
this was
that,
filmed way before that. This was filmed like before John Wick 3.
Really? Why are they just
not
coming out with the trailer?
It's been in the works forever.
That's
shooting this fucking thing forever.
I didn't know Bill and Ted was such a big franchise.
I mean, people love it. It's from like the 80s, and people who grew up in the 80s like fucking love these movies.
Is it one of those movies where it's like a cult following? Like everybody's like,
sort of. I've heard the first one's like legitimately like a good, fun, like solid movie. The second one I've heard like some iffy things about, but it has kind of a cult following. But it seems really dumb from what I've seen.
It's like Tremors. It's got a cult following to it.
Tremors 1 is like a legit movie though.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Speaking of which, we will one day finish these Tremors movies.
We're almost done.
And we will
one
do
movie to go.
We will do a special episode about
we should
Tremors
do it. When
movies.
is Tremors 7 coming out? Because we can do it like coming up to the release of Tremors 7.
I have no idea. I think we have one. I think we just have to watch 6. I think we watched all the others.
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately, we're doing this
really
for entertainment value. 4 wasn't bad.
For who though? Because we're not being entertained by these movies.
For other people, it'll blow up.
It's fun for them, I guess.
It'll blow up. They'll be like, Tremors 8. We didn't even know that existed. And be like, we watched it. We're one of the 7 people to ever watch it. And it was okay.
Put me in a Tremors movie, all right?
I think we could direct a Tremors movie better than most of the Tremors movies.
I probably could. I'd go way over budget because I'd be like, we could do everything like practical.
They'd be like, you have a $5 budget. Make it work.
I'd be like, all right, cool. We'll get one puppet and we'll just use that over and over again.
It's a hand
puppet
shoot it
too. Appropriately. It'll be like Jaws. I'll make it like Jaws where you see the shark once.
That's how kind of the first Tremors was. You didn't really see until like halfway through the movie. You didn't
exactly because that's how you're supposed to do a movie like that. You're supposed to build up to the monster. You don't show the monster throughout the entire freaking movie.
Yeah, Tremors 4 though wasn't bad. I kind of enjoyed
Tremors 4 is fun. I enjoyed it. Even though it looked like fucking utter garbage.
Oh yeah, it was shot on like an iPhone.
Shot on like a fucking toaster.
Yeah, it looked bad, but it was fun compared to the other ones. It was fun. What were we talking about? Oh, the news.
We were talking about Bill and Ted, but then we went on a tangent about Tremors.
I don't know how we got on Tremors, but
because I mean I don't really care.
Oh, we were talking about cult following movies, and that's what I always think of. Those movies because there's so many of them. Anyways, continue with whatever we were talking about.
I mean, it's the trailer. The trailer was kind of good.
Oh yeah, you actually watched it?
I did. It's more of a teaser. It's like a minute.
Are these comedies or are these action movies? What kind of movies are these? Comedies?
Yeah.
Keanu's not in an action movie? What the heck?
He's done more than just John Wick, Devin. I hope you realize that. He's more than just Neo and John Wick.
I don't know. He's always those two characters.
He's done like dramas and comedies and stuff.
Keanu is always Keanu. He founded this podcast early on.
He really did. He's the core foundation of this podcast.
One day we'll get him on the podcast, maybe.
I hope so. That'd be amazing.
You would ask him some stupid questions. You'd be like,
yo, so like, what the hell happened in Dracula? Why was your accent in that so terrible?
Why are you a bad actor?
Why do you... Why are you such a bad actor?
Are you gonna be in a Marvel movie?
I wouldn't ask him that because for one, I don't care and I don't want him to be in a Marvel movie, but
everybody seems to every rumor about a Marvel movie like Keanu's gonna be in it.
Keanu Reeves is interested in it. I'm sure he's interested in it. That doesn't mean he will be in it.
I don't think he is. I think everybody just wants him to be interested.
Keanu Reeves is perfectly happy being in 8 John Wick movies. All right.
Yeah,
let this man just live. And
he doesn't want to be in Marvel for 10 years. He doesn't want to.
He's already 85.
Right. He's like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, the man's tired.
Even though he's going to do Matrix 4. So, but whatever.
How much action do you think he's gonna fucking do in that? I
I
saw
don't
that
know.
one set photo of him and Carrie-Anne Moss on a motorcycle, and I was like, they look so old.
They're both dead in the freaking franchise. So I don't know.
I know, but this one's supposed to be like meta, man. It's supposed to be like the Matrix movies exist in this world, and this is like what's really going on, man.
Oh my gosh. Did you hear that?
That franchise that everybody loves is a bunch of dumb nonsense.
Did you hear that? It got pushed back.
Good. Don't make this. Don't put this out.
Don't make
Wachowskis.
Continuing the news, though, what else you have?
Up next, this was something that everyone was kind of, I guess, debating about, or it was kind of the hot topic over the last week. Gone with the Wind was removed temporarily from HBO Max.
Yeah, I saw this was for the Black Lives Matter stuff, right?
I assume so. I would I guess, because otherwise, why would you remove this temporarily?
I haven't seen Gone with the Wind, so I don't know what's in it that they were.
It's not a good movie, like at all. It's a masterpiece in terms of like filmmaking technique, and like it really like revolutionized filmmaking, and it like scope of it is like really impressive, especially for the time. But it's not a good movie.
With inflation, it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
It is,
for some reason.
Because back then, like you had two things to watch.
Yeah, I've heard that they took this off for the Black Lives Matter stuff. Is there racist things in this movie?
There's that famous character who's like the in-house, I guess, slave, who's like very stereotypical, like black, mammy, like whatever kind of caricature that people have been talking about for years. I understand why they did it, and I get like the time, but people also need to realize it's a fucking movie, and it doesn't. Not only is it not reflecting like current events that are going on, because what's going on now is completely different than anything that is even touched upon in the movie, but it like again, it's a fucking movie, like, and it's history. Like this happened.
Right.
There were slaves back then. Like, are we just gonna like completely
any movie
wipe
that
history?
mentions slaves are just done? You can't watch Django Unchained. Remove
Django
it.
Unchained. Why hasn't Netflix taken off Django Unchained? All right, that's been on fucking Netflix for 10 years. All right.
I don't know, but they got to take it off now because it's talking about slaves. I don't know. We're not going to get into that stuff, the Black Lives Matter stuff, but I do understand why HBO Max is doing this. But I also don't understand at the same time.
I get, and I'm glad that it's temporary, because I feel like if they were just like, oh, no, you can't see it anymore, we're just shutting it down, it's canceled, fuck it. That's bad. Because I feel like not only are you keeping history from people, but you're also taking away a part of film history, which is like, because Gone with the Wind is very influential to a lot of, modern filmmakers and to filmmaking in general, and really kind of paved the way for a lot of stuff. And I feel like that's a movie that I feel is important for people to watch at least once in their life. Yeah, it has some, awful stereotypes in it, but I mean, so did Song of the South, that fucking Disney movie that came out. It happened. We can't just ignore that.
I was gonna say, almost any movie you can find somebody who's a stereotypical person in any movie. So
most movies like that came out like before the last like 5-6 years have like terribly. You could go back and watch any classic movie and just be like, oh, like that's not okay. Like that's very offensive. That's just movies, man.
It's just, and it also has to do with the times that they were made.
And times. That doesn't matter anymore.
Even modern movies have stereotypical things. Maybe they're not as bad.
Not as much, because everything's like PC now.
Yeah. But they may not be as bad, but they're still there.
They're still there.
And they probably always will be there. So,
yeah.
Can't censor everything, HBO. Can't censor everything. But I've heard that
they're gonna like put it back up with like historical context at the beginning of it, which is dumb, because I feel like everyone kind of, if you graduated from school, you should know historical context off the bat.
You should just assume you should just know what's going on.
Yeah. Like, there was slavery once. Like that was the thing.
I heard that when they took it down, though, it started like selling like crazy on Amazon or something.
Oh yeah, people are gonna buy it. Yeah. The moment like there's controversy or something, people go, "Oh, fucking hey, I got it for free." So fuck you.
I was there before it all happened. I got it for free. I haven't seen it though. I heard it's a long movie.
It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Dancing with Wolves. No, it's not that long.
I mean, Dances with Wolves is a better movie though.
Dances with Wolves is like 4 hours.
It is.
I can't sit down and watch a movie for 4 hours, even though I watched Irishman.
Break it up into parts.
They did that.
Have to watch the entire thing in one sitting.
I didn't know this, but back in the day when they played it on TV, they split it into 2 days. Did you know that?
Yeah, they used to do that for all kinds of movies. They did that for like Ben-Hur and like 10 Commandments and stuff. They would do because it was because you have to factor in commercials, and if you take a 3.5 hour movie and then add commercials to it, that's gonna be like 6-7 hours.
Right. People are like, I'm not sitting down.
Yeah, and people are like, I'm not watching this fucking bullshit.
I never knew they split it into 2 days, but I learned that the other day. And now streaming services, there's no commercials on most of them. So
on most of them, yeah.
Hulu has them, but you can pay for
it. It really pisses me off that Hulu has commercials.
You can pay extra to get them taken off.
That's why it pisses me off, because it's like you're already paying. You shouldn't have to pay more to get rid of commercials. True. That's dumb. Like the point of paying for something is so we don't have to have commercials. That's the entire point.
True, but they got to make the money.
You're getting paid.
It's Disney. They want all the money they can get.
Fuck Disney, all right?
They own most of Hulu.
We just got to ignore the Song of the South?
Yeah.
We're just going to ignore that?
Well, I was going to say, let's go look on Disney Plus and see what kind of controversial things we can find.
I'm sure you're not going to find Song of the South, but I'm sure there's some stuff on there. If you dig deep enough, you'll find something.
I'm sure you can.
You'll find a racist like Mickey Mouse cartoon from the 40s.
That's exactly what I was thinking for some reason. Like a goofy thing or something, some sort of racist thing.
Because in cartoons, especially like back then, like if you go back and watch some Looney Tunes stuff, there's some fucking like shit that would not fly today. Where you're like, how did this get past like anybody? This is horribly offensive.
There's some dark stuff on the interwebs down there.
It really is. I think there was a Disney cartoon where Donald Duck was like Hitler.
Oh, I think there was, but they didn't put that on Disney Plus.
They fucking cowards.
They left it off. They pick and chose their battles with some things they put on Disney Plus. So
it's a bunch of cowards, all right.
Speaking of Disney Plus, Artemis Fowl.
I've been seeing so many reviews of fucking Artemis Fowl. Apparently, it's terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say apparently it's awful, which call that when we saw the trailer. This looks bad.
I was like, who went into this being like, maybe it could be good? Did you see the trailer? The trailer was awful.
Yeah, me and you saw that trailer. Like, this is gonna be bad. Like, we don't even have to know anything about this, and we know it's gonna be bad.
And now we don't have to watch it because we were right.
I was never going to watch it, but I'm glad everybody agreed, and we knew beforehand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stupid Artemis Fowl. Don't make a movie like that ever again.
Don't make a sequel.
I've heard it's very CG heavy, but it's not good CG. So
every movie nowadays, especially from Disney, is going to be CG.
Does Artemis Fowl need to be CG heavy though? Like
no, Harry Potter wasn't.
Harry Potter had some CG when you're doing like magic.
When it first came out, there's a lot of practical stuff in those first like couple movies.
True.
There's CG, but there's a lot of practical stuff because it was 2002.
But Artemis Fowl doesn't need that.
It doesn't. Also, like, why are you making an Artemis Fowl movie? I read one of the books in like elementary school, and I was horribly like confused and uninterested in it. So like, it's not. I don't think it's very good. So don't try to turn this into Hunger Games. All right.
They wanted to make it a franchise, man.
No, you fucked up.
That makes no money.
You fucked up.
Because you put it on streaming, you ain't making any money off of
that. That was probably the smartest thing they could have done. I don't think people would have went out 2 tickets for Artemis Fowl, please. Like, no, nobody's gonna do
that. Speaking of tickets, though, did you hear that Tenet got pushed back 2 weeks?
I did, and this really like made my stomach sink. Because that was the one movie where it was like, "Fuck you, we ain't moving." It's like that scene in Wolf of Wall Street. I ain't fucking leaving. It was like that. It was like Chris Nolan was like, this is when it's coming out, and it's coming out. Fuck you. And now he's like, we might have to push it back a little bit. Fuck.
Well, what I've heard, and it makes sense, is that the movie industry is getting ready to restart reopening. but they need more time to like get their employees back and get everything all set up. So they pushed Tenet back 2 weeks so they can have
I mean,
time
that's fine.
to
It's not too. That's not like too much longer. As long as this fucking movie comes out in the theater, I'm fine. Because I'm not seeing Tenet on a fucking streaming service. All right.
Wonder Woman got pushed back again. It's not coming out until like it was November or something.
Well, it was next year, wasn't it?
Was it next year?
Well, originally it was supposed to come out, I think, November of this year. Then it got pushed back.
No, like
year, wasn't it?
Before everything started going to crap, it was supposed to come out in July.
July, yeah.
Yeah, and then it got pushed to November, and then I think it's not coming out till next year now. I think they pushed it back again.
Wow.
So,
goddamn viruses ruining everything.
And people are speculating Black Widow is going to get moved again. The movie is done.
When's Black Widow supposed to come out?
It was supposed to come out in May, so it was supposed to already be out.
When's it coming out now?
I think October, November. I can't.
By October, November, this shit will be cleared over. All right. If Tenet's coming out in July, like all this stuff will be over. I don't think Black Widow is going to move again.
Who knows?
I think it'll be just fine. Because if it does, we'll have like 6 Marvel movies next year. That'll be insane.
If they move it again, they're just going to do what they did last time and move all the movies. They're going to move them all down.
I guess, yeah.
So
that's probably what they'll do.
That's what they did because they moved Black Widow to Eternals date and then they just pushed everything down.
That's true.
Last time, so I'm sure they'll do that again if they have to. But that's not big news. You got any other big news? I got some big news.
I mean, I don't have any like big news.
You want to hear my big news?
What's your other news? What is it?
Mine's related to the Batman.
Oh, I think I know what the fuck this is because I have something.
What is it? What do you got?
There's a rumor that the Joker's going to appear.
Yes,
in,
but
Batman trilogy.
Have you heard who they might be casting?
No, I don't care. If it's not Doug Jones or like Tom Hardy or like Christian Bale, I don't give a fuck.
No, it's neither of those three. But I think you might be okay
Willem
with
Dafoe?
this. No,
I don't care.
It's somebody from Star Wars.
Mark Hamill.
No.
So from the current Star Wars?
Yes.
Is it Adam Driver?
Yes, they are thinking about casting Adam Driver as Joker.
I love Adam Driver. He's a fantastic actor. I kind of don't want him. He's already been in one train wreck of a franchise. I don't want him to be involved with like another big franchise because if you watch any other Adam Driver movie, it's like fantastic. Like Midnight Special, he was fucking great in. That's a great movie. Patterson, he's fucking great in. It's a great fucking movie. Marriage Story is great. He's great in it. He works in those little small indie movies. He doesn't need to be these big franchise. Like he's not like a franchise type of guy. No offense, Adam Driver. You got a weird face.
But this won't be his franchise. It'll be Batman's.
Doesn't
franchise.
matter. No, because if they're putting the Joker in this, it's going to become that, and he's going to become the face of whatever movie he's in, and because that's what they do with the Joker. Because Joker is one of the most iconic characters ever. Because that's what they did with the fucking Dark Knight.
I don't know. I don't think we need another Joker though.
We don't. We just had one.
We just had two.
We just had two.
We got rid of one and we brought in another, and now we're gonna bring in another one.
Yeah,
like,
let the Joker. This is what I was fucking worried about when Matt Reeves said he was gonna make a trilogy. We don't need the Joker. You're bringing in Penguin and the Riddler. All right, 2 characters that haven't appeared on screen in like 20 years. Where's Deathstroke? All right, where's fucking Victor Zsasz?
I want a good Mr. Freeze.
Birds of Prey. Where's Mr. Freeze? Where's fucking bring back Ra's al Ghul? Like, Batman has all these fucking characters you can use, and you're gonna go back to the Joker. Like, that tells me if this is true, which it could not be, but if it is true, that means that they don't really have like any good ideas for this trilogy. Because if they had a cool story and a cool idea, they wouldn't have to rely on bringing back the Joker to sell the fucking movie.
This sounds like what they've done before with Warner Brothers is that they throw a bunch of stuff out there and see what sticks. Because you remember when the Batman was first being rumored and they were throwing out all these villain names? They're like, this.
Yeah, they're throwing out everything. They're just like, it's going to be year one. Oh, no, it's not going to be year one because everybody hates that. But now it's kind of year one.
Yeah, and then we're throwing out all these villains and stuff like Penguin and Catwoman.
What happened to Oscar Isaac? Oscar Isaac was cast in this fucking movie. I guess he's just not in it anymore.
He's going to be the Joker. No,
I mean, he'd be a pretty fun Joker. He'd be the first person of color to play the Joker, so that'd be a big headline for Warner Brothers.
So I don't know. They also said that this Joker is supposed to be for the trilogy, not the Batman.
Oh,
so
fuck you. No.
that's what I've heard, at least.
No, I don't want Joker to appear in 3 movies. Let the Joker fucking rest, all right? That's like Loki coming back in a movie and being the villain again. Like Loki's had his time. He's done. Bring in some new villains.
Would you be okay if it was Joaquin Phoenix's Joker?
No, because I don't want that Joker to go on to anything else. That movie was perfectly like crafted as this like standalone thing. Todd Phillips said he doesn't want a sequel. Joaquin Phoenix said like, I don't really want, like, maybe in the future, but like I don't really want to do another one because it's kind of just a standalone movie with a standalone story. And that Joker, I can't really see like becoming the crime boss, like, you know, Mark Hamill Joker from the animated series who actually fights Batman. I feel like the moment Batman like drops down on Arthur Fleck would shit himself.
Right. He also seems like Batman punches him and he's gonna die.
Yeah,
like he's a twig. He's a twig.
Like he's like a real person. He's not this
Right.
exaggerated comic book character.
Right. I don't know. I don't want another Joker, especially since we just had 2.
I would love hints and references to the Joker in the trilogy. Like maybe, you know, Alfred mentioned something like, oh, you know, or like you see in a newspaper where it's like, oh, Joker got away again, like, or something, or Joker breaks out of Arkham for the 50th time or whatever. That's fine. That's all we need. But I don't want to physically see him at all.
I want a good Robin or Nightwing or whatever.
We will never see Robin in a fucking Batman movie.
Why not?
Because we will. The closest thing we've gotten since Batman and Robin was Dark Knight Rises, and he was barely even fucking Robin. And Christopher Nolan even said, like, I'm not putting Robin in my fucking movie. All right.
They need to do it. Make him Nightwing.
I would love that. And in my Batman movie, Nightwing is in it.
Let's do that.
So I would totally love that. But they're not going to do that. Because it's got to be dark and gritty. And in a dark and gritty universe, you can't have fucking kids in it, man.
Don't do Catwoman.
Catwoman's already in it, so.
I know. I was saying don't do that. I'm fine with the Riddler and Penguin. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But I want to see.
I just want to see a full blown like Bat family, man. Like, I want Batwoman. I want Batgirl. I want Batwing. I want fucking Nightwing. I want Damian Wayne. I want Red Robin. I want fucking Red Hood. Like, just like give us stuff we haven't seen in a fucking movie before.
Nah, that won't happen.
No, we gotta do Joker for the 15th time because that's smart.
We gotta do Joker for the 3rd time in 3 years.
Done Deathstroke once, and we're getting another Joker possibly. Like, come on.
They teased Deathstroke too at the end.
They teased him, but we're never gonna fucking get a movie with Deathstroke. All right.
I want it. He looks so good.
He was so fucking good.
It's the best. It was like the most comic accurate suit I think I've ever seen.
It was, and it looked way better than he did on fucking Arrow.
It's great. It's great. It's great. What other news do you have? Because that's all the news.
Did we talk about that whole Batwoman show situation where Ruby Rose was leaving?
Yeah.
Well, apparently CW wants to replace the character, like in general, now that she's out of the picture. So
with who?
Like, fuck it.
With what?
They haven't said like which character. There have been multiple Batwomen, so I don't know which like iteration they're gonna go with. That'd be kind of weird to just like, hey, this character's not in the show anymore. It's about somebody else now. Like, that'd be kind of weird.
Like, are they gonna make it organic? Like, oh, this character's left to go do this
fucking
one.
CW. I don't think they give a shit.
Nobody watches these shows anyways. So.
No. Well, I mean, people do. That's why there's 8 seasons of all these shows.
No, it's just one dude just playing them on repeat to keep them going.
I mean, possibly.
So, I don't know. You don't like Ruby Rose's Batwoman anyway, so you don't.
I don't like Ruby Rose, and I don't like that show. I've seen like a couple episodes of that show, and it was fucking terrible.
So this is good for you, right?
I mean, I guess, but like them bringing in someone else isn't gonna like stop the show from being like any worse. Like the show could still suck.
It could get better. You never know.
It could, but it's also on the CW, and like I've tried watching The Flash and like Supergirl, and those shows like they just aren't good.
They just aren't.
Because they're too busy trying to be Smallville, and they don't need to be Smallville.
That's true.
But they're trying to be Smallville because everyone fucking loves Smallville, even though Smallville kind of sucks, and everyone just refuses to acknowledge that Smallville kind of sucked.
Controversial, Wade. Controversial.
I don't care. Go back and watch episodes of Smallville, and you'll be like, "Oh, this does not age well." And that was back before the CW was even a thing. That was back on like the WB. Remember that fucking channel?
The WB. I do remember that channel.
Yeah, that was that long ago.
Oh man, that feels like forever ago.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lifetime ago. No, it's not a lifetime ago. But
It feels like it.
Yeah, I don't care about anything about the CW. I like to hear because everybody gets so hyped up for these things and then they're disappointed.
Yeah,
with everything.
Like the Crisis on Infinite Earth things I watched. It was kind of dumb. It was cool when Ezra Miller fucking showed up, but that was like the best part, and he showed up in like the last episode, and I was like,
I love hearing about all these rumored characters that were going to be in it, and then Wade. Yeah, I remember we were doing this podcast when that was happening, and we were just like, this is getting to be too much at one point. Yeah. It's just going to be nonsense because there's going to be so many characters in it.
Yeah.
So,
like these CW shows are kind of becoming comics, and that's kind of why I don't like these shows. Is because it's just fucking nonsense.
I mean, anything and everything happens in the comics. People die, come back. It don't
exactly. Matter. And they're doing that in the show where it's just like, oh, we're just gonna do Flashpoint for the 15th fucking time because we got to continue the show and everybody's dying, but we can't kill off Barry Allen. God forbid you fucking kill off Barry Allen and replace him with fucking Wally West, even though Wally West is in the show. It's can't have a Black Flash, I guess.
It's the only Flash storyline that they know.
Exactly.
It's like, let's do Flashpoint for the 15th time.
Oh, I think I saw that Flashpoint movie like 10 years ago. Let's just do that.
Speaking of Flashpoint, I do remember I did see something about the Flashpoint movie. Apparently,
if the Snyder Cut comes out and does well, I'll believe this fucking movie is happening.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently Cyborg is on the cast list for Flashpoint.
I mean, that makes sense. Batman should be in the fucking cast list as well. Wonder Woman should be in the cast list. Aquaman should be in the cast list. Superman should be in the cast list because they're all in fucking Flashpoint anyway. But we're not getting Henry Cavill back. We're not getting Jason Momoa or Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot might show up again, but like
I think
Ben Affleck's not going to be in it.
I think Jason Momoa would come back.
Jason Momoa might come back because what
you
the
don't
fuck
need
else is he on?
Like really?
I mean, you need him like at the beginning.
Nah,
he was in the beginning of Flashpoint because he goes back into that alternate future and then he's Thomas Wayne Batman. There's going to be no connection. We're just not going to reference Batfleck at all, and we're just not going to see him ever when he comes back to the present time. Like that's dumb.
Reference him at the beginning. You don't need to see him.
It's like, oh, I saw Batman the other day. He's just fucking gone. Like they did in Birds of Prey, where they just didn't fucking acknowledge him.
Well, Shazam and just like have him be there, but not show his face.
I guess they could.
Like just show him sitting in the Batcave looking at a computer screen.
Throw Ben Affleck like $25 million, and just continue to like throw that suit at him until he's like, fine, I'll wear it again for this fucking Flash movie.
You get 5 minutes. Whatever you get on film for that, you get.
Like that's all you got to do.
Because then you could bring in Jeffrey Dean Morgan and just connect it to Batman vs. Superman.
Right. We're never going to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman either.
It's so bad for him because I feel like he knew that.
Zack Snyder cast it. You don't cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohen as Thomas and Martha Wayne and have them get killed off in the first 2 seconds of Batman vs. Superman. Like they're not like A-list celebrities, but they're well known enough that you don't just cast them as fucking nobodies in a movie. Like Zack Snyder knew that like this was probably going to lead to other stuff and possibly Flashpoint, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be a fucking awesome Batman.
A killer Batman? Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That'd be amazing. But we'll never see it.
Never see that.
Or we'll see it in like 10 years and nobody will be cast.
Go watch Watchmen again. He was great in Watchmen.
He is great in Watchmen. But we'll never see Flashpoint. I'm with you on I don't think we'll ever see that movie.
No.
So I don't even know where the DCU is heading. Who knows?
I have no fucking idea. If the Snyder Cut is successful and people love it and it gets well reviewed or whatever, maybe they might bring back fucking everybody and just be like, let's just continue this shit. Or it just dies and they just restart everything.
I have a feeling it's gonna be the latter. So
Probably
just gonna die, and they'll just continue Wonder Woman. That's about it. Maybe Shazam.
No. If you're gonna kill all of it, just kill all of it. All right. Don't kill like, oh, we're not gonna see Superman or Batman anymore, but Wonder Woman's still farting around. Like, that's weird.
Well, that's their big moneymaker. So
I don't care. So was Aquaman. Aquaman is the highest grossing DCU movie ever.
Was a fluke. All right.
Doesn't matter.
That was just Jason Momoa hype. That's all it was.
No, that was from fucking China.
China and Jason Momoa.
China doesn't know who Jason Momoa is.
They do now.
I mean, I guess. All they care about is that mermaid shit.
This was weird fantasies they're into, man.
I guess.
You got any other news?
I have some Marvel rumor news.
Oh,
it's not like legit.
I may have heard these. I don't know. Hit me with them.
Did you like the first Black Panther?
That's all right.
Do you like the song All the Single Ladies?
Is this the Beyonce thing?
Beyonce possibly joining Black Panther 2.
They came out with this yesterday that was a false rumor. So
well, fuck, never mind then.
So yeah, whoever put that out was lying.
Well, never mind then. Let's skip over that shit then.
Has Beyonce ever actually been in like a big blockbuster?
She was in fucking Austin Powers 3, all right?
Oh, that's not a blockbuster.
She was in the fucking Lion King.
That wasn't her. That she just sang in that.
She did the voice. I'm sure she talked in that movie too.
Yeah, but like she just sat in a booth.
She was in what? Fuck, was it the 5 Heartbeats? Or was it? No, it was Dreamgirls, I think. She was in Dreamgirls.
I mean, if she was in Black Panther 2 some way, somehow, I think that'd be cool, but it's apparently not.
Would she be? Fuck, what if she was Storm?
No, that's not happening. No.
Beyonce, I think, would have made an awesome Storm.
I'm not saying that she wouldn't, but she's like 55.
She doesn't look it.
There's no way she'd be in Marvel for the next 10 years as Storm.
She doesn't look it. Halle Berry's also 55, and she looks exactly the same as she did when she played Storm.
No, not happening.
So I wouldn't mind that at all.
I have a feeling for X-Men, they are casting young.
I don't want we casting like 15-year-olds.
No, like 20s. Somebody in there. People.
All these goddamn kids running around.
Awesome. I think they're gonna cast young so that they can keep these X-Men around for a while into the future. Is what or these actors for.
I guess, but like Hugh Jackman was like 30 when he was cast as Wolverine. Like he wasn't 21.
Yeah, and he also played Wolverine for 20 years. So.
Yeah, and he's still looking great. So it's like if they wanted him to come back, he could still come back. These people are celebrities, all right? They don't age.
I've heard rumor. This is on an unreliable source, so take it with a grain of salt. But the X-Men lineup that they want to use for the MCU does not involve Professor X or Wolverine or Magneto. So
that's interesting. I'm perfectly fine with them not using Wolverine. I've said that many times. It would actually be kind of neat to see like who they use without.
I think I know where this article is. Let me
Professor X and Magneto though are kind of weird because they're kind of the crux of the X-Men. Like you can't have the X-Men without fucking Professor X.
This is just the first lineup, like the first movie.
Unless Professor X is dead.
Why would he be dead?
Because he's an old man.
Because he's an old man.
Why would he be dead? He died twice.
But like, why would he be dead in the first movie? Is what I'm saying.
Maybe he founded the X-Men, and then back in the '60s, like in the comics, and then he just fucking got old, and then the X-Men continue on without him. That's possible.
All right, this is the rumored lineup for rumor. It's with an unreliable source. We'll take it with a grain of salt. Cyclops, Marvel Girl, I don't know who that is. Thunderbird, Nightcrawler, Sunfire, Havoc, and Storm is their lineup. And Mr. Sinister is rumored to be the villain.
I mean, this is going to be a fucking knockout hit. This is fucking great cast of characters, all right?
The only one people will know anything about would probably be Cyclops, but that's about it.
I mean, Nightcrawler. People kind of know Nightcrawler and Storm.
But like, I didn't even know who Marvel Girl is. I don't know who that is.
I know the name. Thunderbird is kind of just another dude who catches on fire in the fucking Marvel universe. Like he's kind of just Human Torch and Sunspot and all these
We've
fucking
seen
guys.
Havoc before, barely.
We saw Havoc, but he just fucking died.
But Mr. Sinister as the villain, I'm down with that.
That'd be kind of neat. I think they were setting up for Mr. Sinister in the Fox movies, and then the whole Disney thing happened, and then they were like, "Fuck, we can't use him now." But that would be kind of interesting because Mr. Sinister is kind of a shit villain, but he's never been seen on screen before, so that'd be kind of neat. It's not just Stryker again, which is cool.
We don't have just Magneto in every.
I want Magneto in the movie though,
but we don't have to have him as the villain in every X-Men movie.
Yes. But it would make sense if like the X-Men have existed for like decades and like Charles created them back in the 60s and then he's since passed on and then the team just kind of lives on without him. Like I think that could be kind of interesting actually. Like it would be kind of neat.
Just be mutants finding out there's other mutants and they start to like form a group. Where
are they gonna get the fucking name X-Men from?
Well, like I'm saying, like Professor X is out there. He just hasn't like started
found him yet.
Yeah, he hasn't started like looking for him yet. He's still his young Professor X.
So you want a young Professor X?
Younger. He's still like, oh, I don't care. I'm not.
What do you mean by younger? Like age?
Like I don't know, 18, 20-ish.
18?
Yeah.
You want an 18-year-old Professor Xavier?
Yeah. Who knows? Why not? Pre-wheel
modern day.
No, we don't have. This could take place in the drills.
I was wondering what that noise was.
This could take place in like the 50s.
I guess, but I mean, like an 18-year-old Professor X, you'd have to make that movie like about him. I wouldn't make it like an X-Men movie.
They could do like a what was it? First Class, where it takes place in like the 80s.
We've already seen First Class though.
No, like not.
You just want another First Class?
No, don't do First Class again. But they have it take place in like the 80s or something, and explain why they're all in hiding. Like maybe something happened, and that's why
that'd be fun. And they'd probably have to do that eventually anyway.
Yeah,
because like where have they been the last fucking 10 years? Why weren't they there when Iron Man died? Fucking assholes.
Yeah, maybe some sort of villain came in and like I don't know. Decimated a bunch of them. Or like, all right, we got to
zooped him into a different dimension.
That
he got to save Professor Xavier.
You could kill a bunch of the mutants. They're like, okay, we need to hide from this guy because he's like wiping us out or something. Like he's hunting them down to kill them all or something. I don't know.
I mean, that is interesting. The only problem I really have with a young Professor Xavier is the fact that it can't be Denzel Washington or Bryan Cranston, and I want either of those two fucks to play Professor Xavier.
They could cast a young version, and then when they go to modern day, just have them two.
I guess, but I went Denzel from the start. All right.
Who's your Magneto? Who's your pick for Magneto?
I don't know. That's a good question because you need someone who's like just old enough. Are we doing 80s?
It doesn't matter because we don't know what age or what era this is going to be. So if just modern day, I guess, who would you
modern day, like right now, as of right now, the X-Men has been around for a while.
2023, because that's where the MCU is right now.
2023. I'm trying to think of like cool, like badass, like old guys. Josh Brolin.
He's already Thanos and Cable in the MCU.
Maybe somebody else. I don't fuck. It would be kind of neat. I would say like Scott Glenn, who played Stick in Daredevil, but he's like 95.
He's too old.
I feel like him in like Training Day, maybe like that would be like ideal. I don't know any like old. I'm gonna type in old actors.
Old actors.
Old actors.
How old are you going? Like 70s?
I mean, how old is Magneto supposed to be?
I mean, prime Magneto's usually in like his 40s.
Really? He's always got gray hair. What's with that?
I don't know. I think they've made him older in the newer comics, but back in the day when the X-Men were first coming out, he's usually the same age as most of the X-Men. He's just
ooh shit. Viggo Mortensen.
Who the heck is that?
Fucking Aragorn from fucking Lord of the Rings, you bitch.
Remember, I have not seen Lord of the Rings. So I don't know who this is.
Get Viggo Mortensen. Don't worry about it. Get Viggo Mortensen. He's just old enough to where he's not like gross looking, but he's like a man. He's like 40 or 50, I think. And I could totally see him with the white hair, like fucking being a badass, like doing Magneto shit. Fucking A, man.
I guess if they play the same origin story of the World War II stuff, he'd have to be old. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. That because that's the thing. Because if we're doing the same backstory, then yeah, he's gonna have to be relatively old.
Yeah. So
let's bring back Ian McKellen. All right, he was great.
He's old. Just
what if we get Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman as Magneto?
Yeah.
I like that for some reason.
Morgan
I don't know.
Freeman. He's never been a villain.
No, and I don't know if he'd want to be Magneto for the next like 10 years.
He wouldn't have to be Magneto for just put him in one fucking movie.
Then no more Magneto? You would be pissed if there was no more Magneto.
If he was a great Magneto and he was in one movie and he fucking killed it, I'd be totally fine with that. But if he fucks it up, I'd want more.
That'd be great. I could see that. Bring in Al Pacino as
no. Magneto. He's too goofy.
He's too yeah. He's not super.
Ooh, you might have to age him up a bit, but George Clooney would be a good choice.
George Clooney?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, not after Batman. No.
Yeah. So he just fucking he can't play another superhero. Fuck you.
Ever again. He's out of the business.
It's his chance to redeem himself.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
And Batman was not his fault.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, he was like, look at the nipples on this. I want to wear this. That's what he
didn't choose that design. He accepted a job and then was like, fuck, there's nipples on this fucking suit.
He should have said something, but like that looks stupid. Let's not.
He should have. But he didn't. Because he likes getting paid.
I don't care. He was a billionaire back then.
It doesn't matter. Millionaires, how do you think millionaires stay millionaires? They make money.
I'm sure he was getting paid a lot, but not that much for Batman. So that was bad. Movie. I was gonna say back then, Batman was kind of like a goofy thing back then.
I was gonna say Jeff Bridges, but I totally forgot he was in Iron Man.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Aren't you that guy from Iron Man 1?
I'm trying to think of people who haven't been. Tom Hanks. I don't know. I'm just picking old people now.
No, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks has never been a villain either. This would be his chance to flex his acting chops, right?
No. I don't know. Tom Hanks is one of those people that like he's always got to be the hero. I can never see him as
but that's why this is so good, is because you expect him to be the hero, and in a way he is a hero, because in a way Magneto is a hero.
No. Magneto's a villain.
He just murders people very violently.
And Tom Hanks needs to do more travel movies. That's what he needs to do.
Travel movies?
Yeah, never travel with Tom Hanks. That's the thing.
I mean, you shouldn't in general.
No, because he always gets something happens to him every time. He needs to do what's it called? Oh, what's that movie called?
Castaway?
Yeah, he needs to do Castaway 2.
No, that would suck. That guy just gets stuck on an island again.
Yeah, another
kill himself.
He's like, I'm not doing this again. I can't do it again.
I did it once. I can fucking survive again.
Daniel Radcliffe as Magneto. How would you feel?
I want him as Wolverine. Ooh. What about Ian McShane?
Who's that?
He was the like John Wick's like old mentor man.
Oh.
He's a little too short.
I don't like it.
Ian McShane is a badass. All right. I don't
like it. Not a fan.
You.
Not a fan.
What about Ed Harris?
I don't know who that is.
Truman Show.
Okay, man. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. Do that.
Fucking I love Ed Harris.
I'm gonna start protesting that.
Get Ed Harris. # make Ed Harris Magneto on Twitter. Make it a thing. I want it a thing.
Do it. I'm okay with that. I'm down with that.
Boom. We just casted this new fucking movie. Get Denzel Washington playing opposite Ed Harris. This is an Oscar-winning movie, all right?
I don't know if Ed Harris would want to do it, but I'd totally be down.
Why? What the fuck else is he doing?
I don't know. Maybe is he retired? He might be retired.
No, he's on Westworld, the show.
Oh, is he?
Like he ain't doing anything important.
Okay. But I'd be totally if they came out tomorrow. I was like, yeah, Ed Harris.
Hey, Ed Harris, you want to make billions of dollars and be universally loved by everyone? Nah, I'm good.
Maybe he doesn't want that kind of stardom. Who knows?
Don't be a fucking actor.
He's like, I want to be a mediocre actor.
I just want to be an actor who shows up in some things.
I want to get paid, but I don't want to like have the following. You know what I mean?
I mean, that makes sense, I guess. I want Tom Hardy in these fucking like MCU somewhere, not Venom.
I was gonna say they're probably integrating Venom, so you'll get
I want him as like a good character that's actually not shit.
like who?
Like a villain. He'd be such a fucking great villain.
He's a scary man in general.
He is. Tom Hardy in real life is a villain, as far as I'm concerned. He's a scary man.
I realized when I watched what was that cowboy movie that he was in?
Cowboy. Oh, Lawless.
When he just grunts at people, I'm like, he is terrifying.
Yeah, he was John Bernthal before John Bernthal.
Yeah, like he doesn't speak a lot in that movie. He just like.
Have you seen Bronson?
No.
Oh man, Bronson is like his audition tape to play the Joker, and he would make a fantastic Joker.
He's too big to be the Joker. Like,
I don't give a fuck
to be the Joker.
He was the Joker in that movie, and he was creepy as shit.
Bane, anyways.
He was already Bane.
Oh yeah, that's no, not him. No, you wanted Dave Bautista's Bane. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, that would be cool. Fucking hey, make that happen, Matt Reeves. Fuck the Joker.
So you'll be okay bringing Bane back, but Joker.
Yeah, because this would be a totally different Bane. The Joker, you can only iterate on the Joker so much. Like how many we've seen 60s Joker, we've seen Jack Nicholson Joker, we've seen Heath Ledger Joker, we've seen fucking whatever the hell Jared Leto's Joker was, we've seen Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Like how many fucking iterations of the Joker can you do before they just fold in on themselves and become the exact same thing again? We've only seen Bane twice in a movie, and the first time they really fucked it up. So like you can kind of Bane's still one of those characters that you can do different things with and do different versions of him.
You got 1,024 iterations of the Joker, and then that's it. That's all you get.
No. No, don't do that.
Any other news?
No, that's all my movie news.
Well, I have a question for you, Wade.
What is it?
Are you going to get the mini fridge or the Wi-Fi router? Which one are you going to get?
The fuck did you just ask me?
Have you not seen the memes?
I haven't.
For the console wars?
I haven't. Oh, you talking about the fucking how the Xbox is just like a tower?
Yeah, the mini fridge or the Wi-Fi router.
I'm not getting an Xbox if that's what you're fucking asking, because fuck Xbox.
People are saying that the new PlayStation 5 looks like a Wi-Fi router, which it kind of does.
It kind of does. I like how it looks, though. It looks great. It looks
futuristic, and I love it.
Looks like something out of Star Trek.
I don't know if I agree with the white, but I like it.
I think it's cool. I think it's fucking... And I love how they incorporated a V into the design. That was really kind of clever.
It's clever. It's clever.
Those clever Japs.
I'm glad they finally showed what it looked like, because I was getting worried that they wouldn't.
I was shocked when they actually showed what it looked like, because it always looks like whenever there's like rumors of like, oh, the PS5 is in development, and then you see like a very poorly photoshopped image of just like, oh, this is possibly what the PS whatever's going to look like, and it's not going to look like that ever, because somebody just slapped a bunch of shit together. This looks like that, though. It looks like somebody just like made this weird thing. And Sony was like, all right, let's just make that.
Well, you didn't watch the actual announcement, right?
I watched the reveal.
I mean, like you didn't watch like the whole
No,
thing.
I didn't watch the whole like hour and 40-minute thing, but I saw the reveal of the system.
Yeah, which
was really cool.
Me and Dylan sat down and watched the whole thing, and we were like, are they ever going to show the design? And they finally did at the very end.
Yeah.
We're like, thank you. But in the middle...
Imagine they're just like, no, fuck you. We're not showing you anything.
In the middle... they had a little tease of what the UI was going to look like, and I'll send that to you.
Send it. I want to see it.
I just did. It doesn't show a lot, but this is like, this is the startup. That's what it looks like right there. They showed that little.
That looks exactly like the PS3 interface, though.
I know. Like that popped up in the middle of the thing, and then somebody clicked the PS button, and then it went to the next trailer. So.
It would be a real shame if Sony was like, hey, y'all hated the PS3 interface, but fuck you. we're gonna bring it back. That I would hate that so much because so far Sony's been on top. They've been on top since PS4. Don't fuck it up, Sony. Do not bring back the PS3 UI.
How do
terrible.
you about the PS4 UI? I think
It wasn't great, but it was better than the PS3 one.
I think it's good. I don't know how Xbox is. I've never seen the Xbox.
A lot of people like the Xbox interface. I found it confusing because like I just want to play a fucking game. I don't need all this like side stuff. Like just take me to the fucking game. Give me a YouTube app and like that's it. I don't need all this other shit and 15 pages of shit.
Well, I've heard that the UI for the PlayStation 5 is going to be kind of like folders. Like you're going to have a game folder and then you're going to have like
that's fine.
TV folder or whatever with all your streaming stuff and all that. So
that'd be great actually.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know.
Do that.
Nothing's official yet.
So. I think the PS4 user face is honestly probably like perfect because it was very simple. It's just like here's all your stuff just like on one screen. It took a little bit. If you had a lot of stuff, it would take a little bit to get there. But you could do folders and like, here's all my streaming stuff. Here's all my games. Here's whatever. And you could just get to it quick. Like, that's all you need. I don't need it to like, make me a sandwich or anything. I just need it to work.
Right. And then we also have a price for the PlayStation 5.
What is it?
What's your guess?
It would be amazing if it was the price that the PS4 was, which was like $399. Like, that was fucking insane. I hope I'm going to guess it's no less. I'm going to guess it's less than $600.
$499 is the rumored price.
Okay. That's a little pricey, but it's not too much.
I think it makes sense for the amount of. Also, this is kind of off topic, but you know how your PlayStation was loud and so is mine.
It was because I got it at launch and it was old.
Even the new ones are loud, like the fans. Apparently, that was their big selling point on this, is that it's super quiet. Not like this drilling. This drilling is not.
We took the fans out of it. Have this hot box.
We fixed it. We took the fan out.
this hot box that just overheats every 20 minutes.
You gotta pour water on it every 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, apparently it's super quiet compared to the PlayStation 4, which was a big selling point. And then I think they've been listening to you, Wade. They took the light out of the controller. There's no light.
No, they didn't. It's still in the controller. It's just not on the front. It's like in the touchpad, like on the sides.
But I don't think it'll use as much power as the other one.
It better not.
So
I hope it doesn't. Didn't need the fucking light there in the first place. And they put lights on the console. There's just two lights running through the fucking console.
That'll be plugged into the.
Doesn't matter. These lights are obnoxious.
Always. We
don't need what is the purpose of these fucking lights?
Because it looks cool.
Why is Sony so obsessed with lights? They have lights in their phones. Like, stop putting all these weird lines and stuff.
Then there's actually two different PlayStations. I don't know if you
saw this, and this is a great idea.
There's a disc one and there's a non-disc one.
Yes, so. Thank God.
Which one are you getting?
I'm gonna get the disc one,
so that you can watch movies on it.
Well, I mean that, and because it. I know people always say like, "Oh, digital's better," blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it's just like I'm at Walmart or something, and it's like, "Oh man, fuck, I got to get the new game. I'm gonna go buy the disc real quick because I'm already here. I might as well get the fucking game." And then sometimes you just don't want to do that, and you just want to download a game. It's nice to have both options and not limit you, because if you get the digital only one, you can only get digital stuff. So you're limited on what you can do with that. And I like having multiple options when it comes to my gaming console of choice.
Well, if it's true that they have a 4K DVD player in there, why would you not just get the disc one? And
yeah. Well, because everybody streams shit now. People don't buy DVDs anymore. Never mind.
But, people like you will have
people like me fucking waste all their fucking money on old movies and shit. Yep.
And then that was all like hardware stuff that they announced. Everything else was just game trailers. So
are the prices different between the digital and the?
I don't think so. I have no idea, because the official price hasn't like come out yet. But everybody from Sony is saying it's probably going to be around $500. So
okay. And is it backwards compatible?
They did not say.
Fuck it. I need to know, because if it's not, that's a huge misstep on
They've
Sony's
all
part.
even like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, they're always like, oh, it might be backwards compatible, but it never was.
PS3 was the first one was the launch PS3 was, and then for some reason they took that out of the Slim and the Super Slim. PS4 could have been backwards compatible. I don't fucking understand why it wasn't.
Weird, because if you stick a PlayStation 3 game in the 4, it's like, oh, this is a PlayStation 3 game.
It knows what it is.
Yeah, it knows it's a PlayStation 3 game, but it can't do it.
Yeah. And I also don't want another repeat of what happened with the PS4, where for the first like 2.5 years, there were no games for it except for just remasters of games we've had already played. I don't want another Last of Us remaster. Just let me play the Last of Us PS4 version on the PS5. Like,
yeah, I'm hoping that when I move my account over, that like all the games that I've downloaded and bought from the store, I can just re-download.
Yeah, that would be smart, and I hope that happens too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what will happen, but who knows?
It better happen, Sony. I'm gonna shit a brick.
But the rest of it was all games that they were teasing.
Yeah, and I saw some of these games too.
Did you hear about the first one though? This was the very first thing in their trailer.
What was the first one? Like Knack 3?
No, Grand Theft Auto 5.
What?
So
Are people still playing Grand Theft Auto 5? This game's like older than both of us. All right.
2013, I think.
Oh my god.
7 years old. And
So long ago.
it will have lived through 3 consoles now.
So is this gonna be a remaster or is it backwards compatible?
I don't know, but they said on launch, PlayStation 5 launch, Grand Theft Auto 5 will be free for all PlayStation 5. So,
Oh shit! Really?
yeah, they're just giving it out for free for PlayStation 5.
I mean, that's fair.
It's a 7-year-old game.
Yeah, it makes sense. But that's just weird that like a corporation would just be like, "Oh, here's a free game." That's weird.
It's also weird that you start out your PlayStation 5 trailer with a game that came out on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Why has this game lived through 3 consoles? I don't get it. It's
Because Grand Theft Auto, man, it's the best game in the world. You can fucking do whatever you want, man.
I on it, like when it popped up the Rockstar logo on the screen, I was like, is this PlayStation or is this Grand Theft Auto 6?
Grand Theft Auto 6. That would have been the biggest, like, just bomb drop ever. That would have been a system seller right there. People would have been like, all right, I'm pre-ordering the shit now.
Right.
But no, here's a 7-year-old game that you've already played.
No
new DLC coming. It's just the game.
Yeah, it's just I don't even know if it's the single player game. They said it was multiplayer, so I don't know if it's the single player.
See, that's fucking GTA Online.
Yeah.
Fucking sneaky bastards.
Sneaky.
I ain't playing that online shit.
I was gonna say, are they gonna remaster it again? Like for the
I hope not.
engine?
If it's not backwards compatible, yes, they will, because they know people will buy it. But just make it backwards compatible.
So you're remastering a game from PlayStation 3. That's great.
Well, you're remastering a game who already had a remaster.
All right. You're remastering it twice.
So it's just like, all right, cool. These remasters are getting way out of hand.
They haven't said anything about backwards compatible, so
they need to.
I hope it's backwards compatible.
Because I think it's kind of ridiculous that we're in 2020 and we can't play fucking PS3 games on a modern console. Are you fucking kidding me?
I want to play Assassin's Creed 2 on my PlayStation 5.
I don't, because I remember I got the Ezio collection and that game aged like dog shit.
You tell me you don't want to go back and replay it again?
No. The gameplay in Assassin's Creed 2 is terrible. It did not age well.
It's so hard.
It is.
So I did the same thing. I got the Ezio collection and it was so hard.
I played it and I was like, Jesus Christ, I do not remember playing like this.
But the second game that they showed,
Knack 3.
No. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
They didn't show much. They just showed like little glimpses. It looks fantastic. Like looks wise, it looks great. But what do you think about this game in general?
I talked a little bit about this briefly on like Snapchat. The title's terrible. Fuck you, whoever named this. It's the worst like video game title I've ever fucking heard. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't have called it Spider-Man like Christmas Crimes or something. Like something. It's just his name. Like, come on, seriously. It always bugs me when there's like a black character in a movie or a game or whatever, and then there's like hip hop music playing throughout the entire fucking trailer. We all just love hip hop, I guess. That's fucking cool. The game looks fine. It looks like more Spider-Man. That's cool.
Is this Spider-Man 2 though, or is this?
No, they've said since, because I remember talking with someone about this, and they've since said that like this is more of a spin-off, like expansion almost to Spider-Man PS4. It's not really Spider-Man 2. It's a continuation in a sense because you're playing as Miles, but it's not necessarily Spider-Man 2. It's just kind of an expansion and a continuation of
Spider-Man 2 better be co-op.
That's all great.
Miles and Peter.
That'd be fucking great.
Be freaking fantastic.
Nobody is going to be Miles though, because he's the black one.
You can be Miles.
I'll be Miles. Miles is cool. Miles specifically only in Spider-Verse is cool. Every other version of Miles is kind of bad.
They did show like he can turn invisible and stuff in the game. So they do have his powers. So
that's good.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Hopefully they have his suit from Spider-Verse because it was fucking cool.
The graphics, like, it looks better. It looks cleaner than the PlayStation 4, but it doesn't look like a lot.
Well, we also have to remember, and this is what people seem to forget whenever there's like gameplay of anything shown. The game's not going to look like this when it comes out.
Oh no, it never does. But
it's not going to look this good when it comes out.
Even then, it doesn't look much better than what PlayStation 4 was. So
no, and I'm sure it's not going to be like a huge, like the first year or two, we're not going to see like a huge leap in graphics. It won't be until like 3-4 years from now until we start seeing like pores in these characters' fucking faces and like.
But I remember,
man, we can grow beards now. Like that's cool.
PlayStation 3 to 4, there was a huge leap in graphics.
Not at the start.
There was though.
Not in the first year. Games just looked a little bit better. It took a couple years.
Vividly remember some games that come out every like NBA come out every year. Dude, that game looked way better on PlayStation 4.
I'm talking about real games, all right?
Those are real games. I'm just saying.
They're not real games.
Just saying. The next game that came out that was shown was Gran Turismo 7. I don't care anything about this
goddamn Gran Turismo game. What? Like, are there that many like Gran Turismo fans out there that they made 7 of these fucking games?
I don't know. I thought
and there's one every time they like release a new console. They have one.
Right. I mean, it looked real. Like it looked like a real driving. Like I was just really driving when they showed it.
But like,
and it was real gameplay because they were showing real races.
What else are you going to do that you have not done in the last 7 Gran Turismo games?
I don't know. Fly, go on water.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That's James Bond car. That takes away from the actual game. It's a racing game, not.
You can
not Grand Theft
race
Auto.
in the sky.
So let's fly some planes.
You can race in the water.
I don't know.
I want a boat racing game. Why isn't that a thing?
Race in space.
Space race.
Space race. I don't care anything about Gran Turismo. I've never played or bought a single one of these games. So
I know what this is.
You know what it is. You just
a bunch of fucking cars and shit.
The next game. This is your game right here. Ratchet and
Knack
Clank.
3.
No. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Is this did they talk about this at all?
They didn't talk about like any of these games. They just showed all the teasers.
Because I'm curious if this is a sequel to the remake that came out a couple years back.
I don't follow
that game was fucking so good.
I don't follow Ratchet and Clank a lot, so I don't know.
Bastard. Those games are so good.
But like Ratchet and Clank gets split up in this game.
I mean, that's happened before. Rift Apart though, I don't like that title.
It makes sense. Have you seen the gameplay?
I saw a little bit of it. It looks just like a normal Ratchet and Clank game though.
You're like hopping through portals and stuff, man.
Cool. Remaster, what is it? Ratchet Deadlocked or whatever. That was a fun game. Remaster that. I want to play that shit again.
No, don't remaster it. Just make it backwards compatible.
Or make it back. That's on the PS2 though. Like that's old. PS5 can't play PS2 games. That's fucking too much.
It's ridiculous. That's
way too much.
A notion that should never again. I can't believe they're making another Ratchet and Clank. I thought they were done with these games.
Oh no! After that remake, and after everyone loved that remake because it was so good, they're like, "Fucking hey, we ain't stopping. I ain't going nowhere."
If I had to guess, this is a continuation of that. If I had to guess,
I would hope so because it was really good. And I have the movie, and the movie was alright.
There's a movie.
The movie that was based that came out like around the same time as the remake. That's basically just the story of the remake, but it's not as good because it's not a video game.
Yeah, we established before on this podcast, don't make movies out of video games.
Did they say anything else about that fucking Sly Cooper movie?
No, not that I know of.
God damn it. We're getting no Sly Cooper 5 and no Sly Cooper movie. They ended Sly 4 on like this massive cliffhanger and they're just going to leave it.
They're
Fuck
gonna
you, Sony.
10 years and then they'll
No, they already did that with Sly 4.
That's what they're going to do.
I'm not waiting another decade to play a fucking Sly Cooper game on my PlayStation Portable 8. All right.
But this next game, it's called Stray. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't.
It's really weird. Okay, so all the humans are extinct in this game.
Oh, is this a space game?
It's on Earth. No, it's on Earth. But the population of Earth is robots. So everybody's robots. But I don't know. They didn't show gameplay, but I think you play a cat in this world.
What?
Yeah. So like the whole trailer, you just follow this cat around, walking around all these robots. I don't know. I have no idea.
Just a cat?
But like
is it Cat's video game?
It's called Stray. That's what it's called. So I'm assuming you're the cat, but I don't know.
That's very bizarre.
I don't know. But like it walked past like a barber shop, and instead of robots cutting each other's hair, they're like tuning up its head.
Oh, that's funny because robots don't have hair.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the humans.
I wonder, you ever think about like if robots did take over the world, do you think robots would kill each other?
They're robots. I don't know. I would assume they're all like the same. They're like Ultron. They're all like the same robot.
No, but I feel like it's the same with humans. Like we kill each other for no fucking reason. Do you think eventually there'd just be one robot who's like, "Hey, fuck you," and they just start murdering each other?
It's like Chappie.
Don't ever bring Chappie to this fucking podcast ever again.
I don't know. I have no idea how a robot thinks. I'm not a robot.
We need a game about this.
Did you have you heard about the real AI robot that like made a joke about wiping out humanity?
Oh, the Sophia or whatever her name is. That creepy fucking right. Yes, that's not a joke. We should be worried.
Shut it down immediately.
Don't. Oh, it's funny. No, that's not a joke.
Don't do anything about that.
They're taking over.
The rest of these aren't in like order of when they came out on the thing because I started to.
Knack 3.
No, Horizon 2. Apparently, have you seen anything about Horizon?
I played the first Horizon.
You did?
Yeah.
This one's called Horizon 2 Forbidden West.
The first one had a dumb fucking name. I hate the fucking name of it. First Horizon was all right.
I was gonna say apparently the first one was pretty fun. So
everyone loved it. I thought it was fine. I thought the story was stupid, and it had this dumb twist that didn't like matter. Or
are you a girl in that first game? I don't know who you play.
You're the same character, Aloy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It looked good.
The gameplay in it was really fun, where you got to like murder robot dinosaurs and stuff. And I wish that was all the game was. But then they had this really convoluted backstory of like where Aloy came from, and I was like, we didn't fucking need any of this.
Well, this game looks like it's more fighting robot things.
Good, because that was the best part of the game, and that game looked amazing on my PS4.
This looked. I mean, I don't think we saw any true gameplay. It was all those trailer made stuff, but it looked good on the trailer. 4K.
So fucking A, man. It's gonna look incredible.
The next game on here is called
Knack 3.
No, quit saying Knack 3.
I'm gonna say it until I will it into existence.
Pragmata. I don't know if you've heard of this one.
What?
Pragmata.
What is this?
It is another like apocalyptic game. It looks like
another goddamn apocalypse game.
Yeah. On the trailer we saw like a dude in a spacesuit walking around New York.
Ooh, this is a space game.
But he was walking around. He was in a spacesuit.
Oh, I saw a screenshot of this. It looked like Dead Space.
Yeah. And he walks up to this robot girl for some reason, and a robot cat, and he's like,
two games with cats in it. What the fuck?
It's a robot cat. It's not a real cat.
Doesn't matter.
And he like walks up and he's getting ready to like touch one of them, and then the sky explodes and they get sucked out into space, and that's all we saw.
Oh my god! So it's like Interstellar, the video game.
I have no. A lot of these.
I want more space games.
A lot of these trailers show nothing about these games that I don't know about. So
that's good.
I don't know.
I want more space games though, because No Man's Sky. Everyone pooped on No Man's Sky. I stuck with No Man's Sky from day one, and I played until the very end. And at the very end, it was great because everything was updated. You could build stuff. You could go wherever you want. It was fucking awesome. I want more space games like that, where you could just, here's a planet, go do shit on this planet.
Well, I don't know if
this is. I hope this is that game.
I don't think so. I think this is a story-based game.
Put Matthew McConaughey in this. Have him fight Matt Damon, and I'm in day one.
I'm in it. I'm day one. I'm going in.
Day one. All right.
I have no idea what this game's about. I don't even know if it's a space.
Sounds cool.
But yeah, the screenshot looks fantastic. It looks amazing.
Fucking sounds cool.
I'm not going to buy this when it comes out. I want to know what it's about.
I'll keep it in the noggin for when it comes out in the future.
This game I will not buy because I've never bought one in my life. But Resident Evil 8.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Knack 3. You've never bought any Resident Evil game?
No, I've never bought a single one.
They're okay.
I've played a couple, but I've never bought one.
Resident Evil 7 was awesome. That was the last one. It was awesome.
I thought this was a Skyrim game when it was playing, like on the trailer. I was like, what is this?
Like, oh, Skyrim. It kind of looks like Skyrim because it's all spooky, and isn't there like a werewolf in it or something?
There's a lot of things in it, and I'm just like, what is this game? And I was like,
a lot of things in it.
It's Resident Evil. That makes sense.
It looks weird because, like, Resident Evil 7 was, I think, the first Resident Evil game to go first person, and it seems like they're just kind of sticking with that trend, which is very weird because none of the other games are in first person.
And it's very spooky from the trailer.
It does, yeah. The first one was real spooky, and then it became like a dumb action game towards the end. So that's probably what's gonna happen with this. I want more spooky games though that are like legit spooky. I don't want any more like Outlast fucking games.
Are you gonna get this Resident Evil game? You think, or
maybe I played the last one, so I might as well.
Maybe. Now this game looks fun.
Knack 3.
It's called Deathloop. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Deathloop.
Yes.
The fuck? What's all these goddamn titles? Who titles these fucking things, man?
I don't know. Have you ever heard or played Dishonored? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah, I didn't like Dishonored.
It's made by the same people, but this looks like a really fun game.
Oh, this is by Bethesda.
Yes. It's got the same premise, I think, as Dishonored, but it seems like it's got way better characters and a way better story.
So everything that Dishonored lacked.
Yeah.
This had.
I mean, based on the trailer, it has the same premise. Like you can stop time, or like you have time loops. Like if you die, you go back and you try to kill them all and stuff like that. It looks exactly. I thought it was like Dishonored 2 or whatever Dishonored game we're up to.
Dishonored 3,
but no, it's called Deathloop.
Yeah, remember when Dishonored 2 came out? Everyone just completely fucking ignored it and forgot about it.
Well, it was hyped, and then nobody cared about it.
Exactly, because Dishonored sucks. This sounds fun though.
Yeah, I don't
check this out.
Deathloop is a terrible title, though.
It is. That sounds like a dumb fucking movie from the 90s.
Yeah, if you watch the trailer, you'll have to watch the trailer for it, but it looks fun. If the trailer is anything like the gameplay, it looks fun.
I'll have to check it out.
Demon Souls. Now this is Demon Souls.
I saw the trailer for this.
This is apparently a remake. I never heard of this game. So
I think this was the precursor to Dark Souls.
It is
like the first one, and then Dark Souls.
They're remaking it for PlayStation 5, and it looks amazing. Like graphics wise,
yeah,
pristine. It looks amazing.
It looks like Bloodborne.
There's lots of dragons.
On the PS4 look fucking incredible.
Lots of dragons, big animal things that I don't know about, and there's a really big one that's like the size of a building in the trailer. So that's spooky,
I think that's like the final boss.
Yeah, probably. I would assume so. What else could you be? Like one the size of the moon or something? I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I never played Dark Souls or Demon Souls. So
I would love to play those games because the lore and shit sounds like really interesting, and I love that like fantasy, like dark fantasy shit with dragons and stuff in it. But I just hear that like those games are so fucking hard. I'm like, this is not going to be fun for me. I'm just going to be horribly annoyed, and then I'll never play the game ever again.
And then your favorite game,
Knack 3.
No, NBA 2K21 is next.
I'd rather have Knack 3.
I can tell you what, looks wise, this is probably the best looking game that I saw.
Was it a pre-rendered thing?
It was.
So it doesn't matter.
Grain of salt. And the biggest issue I have with this is that the dude, they showed a player, and he looked like he just got out of a pool. He was like soaking wet with
that's
sweat.
what fucking basketball players look like, man.
Nah, nobody sweats that much. It's like insane.
That guy does. Maybe he's got a glandular problem. Why are you making fun of the guy?
But if that's what the gameplay actually looks like, oh my god,
weird to have like that level of detail in a fucking basketball game.
It looks lifelike. It's insane.
I know, but that'd be like, it's a basketball. That's like putting that much detail into like racing games where it's just like, oh, the leaves and everything are, you know, they're their own textures. And I'm like, we don't need all that. It's a fucking racing game.
That's one of the few games though that where like you want it to look lifelike. It's like that's the whole premise of the game.
A racing game?
No, a basketball game. You want it to look like you're actually playing a basketball.
Is that the whole premise of the game though? The whole premise of the game is to play basketball.
You want to be in that like notion of like, oh, I'm in the game. I'm doing this is real life.
Okay, if you want to play real life basketball, go play basketball.
Well, some people aren't good at basketball, so they play.
Well, then get good, son.
Get good, son. Wade's gonna 1v1 you.
I'll 1v1 you. I'll snipe you in the face. It's the wrong game.
And I made fun of this when I saw
Knack 3.
When I saw this trailer, the Astros Playroom. Nobody has ever cared about the Playroom.
Those are fun. No. If you have friends with you and you're just goofing off, like those are all right.
No one has ever cared about the Playroom ever.
Fuck you.
Everybody, this is what happened. Everybody booted up the PlayStation 4. It was like, what the heck's the Playroom? They clicked on it. Like, this is
nobody
stupid.
could play it because nobody had the PlayStation camera. Nobody bought that.
Everybody clicked on it like, this is stupid. And they never did it. It
was fun for what it was. There was only like 2 games on it. It was fun.
For whoever had to like sit down and redo the Playroom because like, this is stupid. Like, stupid.
I mean, it's better than fucking, here's this fucking thing and not having anything to do. Like, you think Xbox is doing anything like that? No, Xbox, here's this tower. They're just gonna sit in your fucking room all day. At least Sony's putting some effort into creating original content for this fucking console.
Yes. The next one,
Knack 3,
Hitman 3.
They made a Hitman 2.
Yeah, I didn't know that. This is probably the last one of the trilogy. So Hitman 3.
Oh, great. Okay.
I never played a Hitman, so I don't know.
I didn't think Hitman was still relevant, to be honest.
I didn't even know when Hitman 2 came out. So
I remember when the first one came out and everyone hated it because they released it like in parts. I didn't even know the second one was a thing.
This next one,
Knack 3.
Not. No. It's called Godfall. I don't remember this trailer too much. And it doesn't have a picture on this website that I'm looking at, so I can't remember anything about
a cool name though.
Godfall. I can't remember.
Mission Impossible Godfall.
It's a slasher, a looter slasher game.
A lunar slasher?
Sure.
What does that mean?
Steal stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember this game. Apparently it was on.
It's weird.
The next one, Ghostwire Tokyo. Ghostwire Tokyo.
What is this?
This game looks like something you would do when you're on crack. Like
Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah. Ghostwire Tokyo.
So is this like a series?
I guess. It's the first one I ever heard of.
Never heard of any of these games.
I know. They released all these games that I've never heard of.
Here's Yakuza 0. It's like, all right. That's a weird thing to announce.
Okay. The next one, I think I've heard of this, but
Knack 3.
No. Oddworld Soulstorm. I don't know.
Ooh, shit. And this one, I'm excited for this one because Oddworld, they did a remaster of the first Oddworld game for the PS4 not too long ago. I also had it on my Vita. Oddworld New and Tasty. Really good. I played one other Oddworld game, like the Western one. That one was also a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to play this new Oddworld game. I'm sure it'll be hard as shit.
Was the other ones hard?
Yes, they're very fucking difficult. And they need to bring the fart button back.
The fart button?
Yeah. There's like a section of the game where you could just like hit buttons and make your character fart and make like fart noises and stuff.
This one says that it's got dark art style. Looks to be the busiest and most action-packed in the series yet.
Fucking A, man.
So, yeah, I've never played any of those games.
The last one was so fun. It was so hard, but I beat it.
Okay. Now, this next one, I think you need to go watch the trailer for this because I have no idea what the fuck this is.
I'm guessing it's Knack 3.
No. It's called Goodbye Volcano High. All right.
Oh, I saw a picture of this.
This looks the creepiest and weirdest thing I've ever seen.
This? I want you to describe it to me.
No, you need to just go watch the trailer for it right now. Like it's
right now, like at this very moment.
I don't even think it's a video game. It looks like a TV show.
What's it called?
Goodbye Volcano High. It's super
sounds
weird.
Like a song.
It like the whole thing is a music video type thing. It's really I have no idea.
Volcano High. I'm gonna watch this right now.
It made me disturbed.
Reveal trailer. Okay.
It made me super disturbed. I don't even know what this is. Do it. Let me know what you think.
I like the art style.
You ever feel like you're just waiting for a sign?
The pizza looks fucking really good.
To do that thing you've always meant to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm just standing on the edge of doing great things. But something's holding me back. Maybe it's just nerves. Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagine when I'm still just standing on the edge. But if we've got nothing else to lose, might as well jump.
The end of an era. Is this like a thing?
I don't know. I've never heard of this before. And it makes me uncomfortable to watch the trailer.
What is this hipster shit?
I don't know.
Like the art style looked really good, but like what is this?
I don't know.
It's really bad that nobody knows what the hell this is.
I don't know. I don't
Goodbye
even know.
Volcano High is a cinematic narrative adventure about the end of an era. So it's like Heavy Rain or it's like fucking the Telltale games or whatever. That's fun. I fucking love games like that.
But like,
we need more games like that.
It makes me feel disturbed inside whenever I watch the trailer.
Yeah, somebody Co-op Productions or whatever. Like they got a fucking furry fetish.
Yeah, that one. No, I wasn't a fan.
That pizza in that trailer though looked scrumptious.
The pizza, the cartoon pizza.
That cartoon, it looks so good. It was so well drawn and detailed, and it looks so good.
This next one. Don't you even say it.
I already said it. It's pizza time.
The next one.
Knack 3.
Kenna, I think that's how you pronounce it. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. That's what it was called.
I don't know. These fucking weird games, man.
This is like a fantasy game, but like look like for little kids, and it also looks like it has porgs in it. So,
Jesus,
it's not a Star Wars game.
Porgs are invading everything. How do you know that? This could be a spinoff.
It's not a porg. They're black. So
they're black porgs. You're racist. Black Lives Matter. All right.
Black Lives Matter. No, I don't know what this game truly is. I mean, they showed gameplay, and it's like a girl with like a magic staff, and you do stuff.
Jesus Christ!
Those fantasy things. I don't know.
One of those fantasy things.
I really honestly don't know.
It's one of those fantasy things.
Next.
Knack 3.
Oh. It's another game I've never heard of. It's called Project Athia.
I think you're just making some of these up.
No, I promise you. I've watched all of these trailers.
Because these don't sound like real like names.
This didn't show much. This was just showed a character on like a cliffside, and there's like a bunch of clouds.
Weird hipster games, man.
I think this is
what
some sort of
just making a game where you're just like a spiky haired guy with like a shotgun and you just shoot shit. All these like deep, like metaphorical, methodical games about people like, oh, it's gonna look cool, it's gonna be edgy and blue. Just make a fucking game where I shoot things, all right?
This is a PS5 exclusive, so
cool. Nobody's gonna buy this.
I have no idea what it even is.
It doesn't exactly. No, you're not gonna buy this.
This next one is
Knack 3.
Similar to Deathloop. It's called Returnal, which I think is a dumb name.
Oh no, that sounds cool, man. The Returnal.
It kind of looks like what's that? What's that movie with Tom Cruise? Day After Tomorrow? No, not Day After Tomorrow.
Live, Die, Repeat?
Live, Die, Repeat. It kind
Oh.
of looks like that, but in video game form.
Oh my god. Yes,
So-
give me that.
She's on a different planet.
Is
though.
Tom
She's not
Cruise
on
in
Earth.
it?
No, it's some girl. You play as some
Oh.
girl. You're like this girl, and she's like killing these aliens and stuff. But when she dies, she like goes back in time and stuff like
So
that.
that's just the blatant ripoff of that fucking movie.
Right. That's what I was.
But
I was
that
like,
sounds like a cool video game though.
I thought this was like an actual like tie-in to that movie, and it was like where the aliens came from.
It
maybe.
could,
So I don't know. It might
because
be.
that movie was based off of a manga, so it could be a part of it.
But it's like the girl says in the trailer, like she has to break the loop. Like that's the whole premise of the
Break
game.
the loop.
So
When are we gonna get a Groundhog Day video game?
never probably.
Man, I just want to make like play 15 hours of like different ways like you get to kill yourself as Bill Murray. That'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, I guess this game is that you could just kill yourself and keep
But
going.
I want to be Bill Murray
No, Bill Murray will never be in a video game
and kill myself.
except for Ghostbusters.
He was in the Ghostbusters video game.
So then I saved the best for last.
Knack
Wade.
3.
No. Your favorite video game franchise of all time.
What is this?
Sackboy. A Big Adventure.
Oh, I like those games.
I know, yeah. It's not Little Big Planet. It's called Sackboy.
Which is weird because it's gonna be a Little Big Planet game, so it's weird that they just fucking you can't get a Little Big Planet 4. Let's just fucking call it Sackboy. It's the same thing.
Didn't they announce a couple years ago like we're not doing any more Little Big Planets?
Yeah, the
so,
third one was supposed to be the last one.
yeah, so they're doing a Sackboy game.
It's the same thing.
It's got Sackboy in it, and you can customize your characters again. And
So it's the same thing.
yeah, I forget. Was Little Big Planet 3 not an open world game, but like it's not a scroller, is it?
Yeah, they're all like 2D platformers.
Yeah, this one's not a 2D platformer.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Is it open world?
it's not like open world, but it's like it still has like levels or whatever. But like you can like roam around and do whatever
That's
you want.
really weird.
Well, I guess because they're trying to refrain from being Little Big Planet again. They're
But
Doing
it's
something else.
Little Big Planet. It's just a new Little Big Planet. I don't know. I like those games, but
know you
they're
do.
more party games. So like, I need friends.
I need to make friends. And
I need to make more friends.
any of these titles jump out at you though?
I like that space one with the girls and the aliens.
The Returnal.
Yeah, that one sounds fucking really fun. The other one where the dudes get sucked into space and there's like a robot cat. That just sounds like a neat premise. I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool.
Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows what half of these games are.
And Ratchet and Clank seems cool because it's Ratchet and Clank. And I love Ratchet and
Not
Clank.
excited about Spider-Man.
It's just gonna be more Spider-Man. Like it was a good game, but it's just more Spider-Man.
First one was good though.
It was, but it's just more Spider-Man.
This one's better.
You don't know that because it's not out yet. You haven't played it.
Could be better. You never know. Could be worse.
It could be.
Could be the same.
Who do you think the villain is?
Ooh. I don't know. Does Miles have different villains?
Sort of. They're not interesting or good.
I have no idea.
Just make it like Hobgoblin or something.
No.
You get some dumb villain.
He could do Mysterio. They haven't done Mysterio.
What you gotta do? You gotta show up to Mysterio and be like, "Yo, I'm Mysterio." Then you punch him in his dumb fishbowl, and then it falls off. He's like, "Oh shit, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. What are you doing here?"
Trying to think of a villain that wasn't in the first one. They did a lot of it. They had a lot of villains in the first one. You could do Lizard. You could do Lizard.
You could do Lizard.
I don't know. I know you're pumped about Stray though. I know you're pumped about the cat
Which
game.
one's that?
The cat game with the robots.
Oh, Cats, the video game.
Yeah.
That one. I mean, that sounds like I don't know what the hell you do in that.
I don't know. You just wander around as a cat, maybe. I don't know.
It's just gonna be Cat Simulator, the game.
Maybe.
If this whole game, if it's like I Am Bread, where you're just a cat and you just fuck with these robots, that's awesome. I'll buy this day one.
Yeah, half these games didn't show like a lot of gameplay, so it's kind of hard to figure out what they are.
We'll probably get some more gameplay at some point
Oh, I'm sure.
within the next like month or so. We'll probably get some gameplay for these.
How do you feel about the PS5 in general so far? Any
I mean,
concerns, excitement?
I have a couple concerns that it won't be backwards compatible because they seemed. I would think that would be the big selling point on it. Is like, hey, you can play from PlayStation 1 on. You can play all those games on here, backwards compatible. If you own a PS2 still and you're playing those old fucking PS2 games, you can just pop it in. No worries. That would be a huge selling point.
I still have PS3 games, so
that's weird. But
I like have them in like a drawer somewhere that I just threw them in.
But that would be if they said that, you'd poop and you'd be like, oh shit, I could play this game that has been sitting here for 12 years. You
could play a freaking Prototype, man.
I could play Prototype again and not Prototype 2 because the second one was bad. Well, they did remaster those for PS4 and I did play those.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about any Assassin's Creed game or anything like that during this, but
I mean, I think people are kind of over Assassin's Creed.
Or that's a big game franchise. I'm surprised they didn't talk about any other big game franchises.
I guess. What's another big game franchise?
The biggest franchise they talked about was Grand Theft Auto, but that wasn't even a new game.
What's another big like game franchise that's putting out new games though?
I don't know. They all kind of died off.
Exactly. That's kind of the thing too. Like, I need new games that'll be fun, that are going to be worth buying, worth paying $60 or $70 or whatever the fuck these games are going to be.
What if they had announced like Witcher 4 or something? Would you have?
We're not getting a Witcher game anytime soon. Because CD Projekt Red, they're working on fucking Cyberpunk, and then it'll be another.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see that. We didn't see no Cyberpunk.
I'm sure we'll see something about it.
Yeah, but all these games look either like interesting or really weird. So
they seem interesting. They seem like art games.
I gotta agree though, that Returnal game seems very interesting. I might look into that. And then you're excited for Oddworld though, aren't you?
Shit, yeah, I am excited for Oddworld.
Yeah.
I hope we get a new like Vita type thing so I can play Oddworld on my Vita, because that's what I did with New and Tasty. I played it on my Vita. It was really fun.
Well, I don't know if this what comes with the PlayStation, but when it showed like the reveal, if there's headphones, like a camera, and there's also like a remote. So
yeah, that's for like the TV stuff.
Yeah. So
but I don't know Vita.
I don't know if it comes with all that stuff.
God damn it, man. It probably there's no fucking way. You gotta spend $50 on each of those things.
You get a controller at least.
You'll get one controller. Don't get greedy.
And it did look like it had the charging thing whenever they showed the controller.
Oh yeah, that charging port thing.
Yeah. Which is good. It doesn't take batteries like freaking Xbox.
Well, yeah, none of the from PS3 on they haven't taken batteries.
The Xbox controllers did.
Well, that's why Xbox is inferior.
So you still going with the Wi-Fi router?
Yeah. And if there's any games, like I specifically got the Xbox One to play Crackdown 3, but then Crackdown 3 kept getting fucking delayed. And then by the time it like came out, I just didn't care. And then I got rid of my Xbox.
Do you think this is going to be able to lay flat? Because I'm going to be worried having it just standing up.
Probably.
I'm gonna, like knock it over on accident and destroy it.
Probably it should.
And this thing
because I was thinking about that as well. Where like, is it? Because one of the major problems that the PS4 had was standing it up because people were putting in the disc and the disc were like falling into the fucking console. So like, if you could lay this one down, that'd be cool. I'd keep it like that.
Because also, it doesn't look as indestructible as the PlayStation 4 was.
No, this thing looks like a piece of art.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 was like a brick. You could not break it.
Yeah. PS3 was that way too. I tried my PS3 several times and it still worked.
I mean, it worked to a point where, like, when you got Last of Us, it just destroyed.
That was The Last of Us, though. Every other game worked just fine.
They didn't talk about Last of Us 2 either, which I just realized. I'm kind of surprised with that. I guess that's a PS4 game.
It's coming out in like a week.
Yeah. So it comes out on Friday, actually. So
shit, man.
And you're not going to be able to play it. I will.
I'll watch a gameplay thing of it. I'll experience the story somehow.
But yeah, I was kind of hyped, but then when I saw all the games coming out, I'm like, I'm not that hyped anymore. But
yeah, Usually launch games aren't really that huge.
Well, I wanted to see some good like gameplay, but they didn't show a lot of good
No,
gameplay.
we're not gonna see gameplay on it. And even if we did see gameplay, it would still be like fake. So it's like, all right, cool.
But it comes out in a couple months, I guess.
Really? It comes out this year?
Comes out in December of this year. So,
What?
yeah. You didn't know
That's
this?
cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's fucking tight.
Yeah, it comes
That
out
was like 2022.
no, it comes out holiday of this year is what
Fucking
they say.
A, man. It's gonna be a busy holiday, man.
I'm gonna have no money.
I have a question though. Are we gonna get for the apartment? Are we gonna get one of these, like just collectively? Or are we gonna get individual ones?
I don't know. We'll find out how much we want to use it, and if we if we both use it a lot, then get to it. I guess I don't know.
I want a PS5 Slim.
It already looks slim.
I want it slimmer.
Want a paper thin one?
I want it the same size as the disc.
Oh, so you're going back to like GameCube.
GameCube was not slim.
It was tiny. It was like this big.
It was tiny, but it was still a box.
It's a cube. That's what it
It
was.
was a cube. It
It was a GameCube.
was a game box.
It was a game box. But the discs for those were like tiny.
Yeah, they were itty bitty.
I never had a GameCube, but my
Bryce
cousin-
had a GameCube for a little bit, and I played a couple games on it, and then I think he just sold it or some shit.
GameCube. That was the thing back in the day,
It
man.
was.
That was the console to get.
Kids don't know about fucking game box.
Nope. I don't know what happened to my PlayStation 2, but
I got rid of mine. We had so many PlayStation 2s. It was fucking nuts. We had one of my grandma's, one of my grandpa's. Bryce had one. I had one.
that was the
It was
console.
insane, man.
That was the console. I
was.
think is that still the highest selling console ever?
I think so. Yeah, I think second is PS4.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Yeah. Do you remember the PS2 Slims? Do you realize how fucking small those things were?
I think I had a Slim whenever I
We
got one.
like Bryce and I used to carry that shit around in our pocket. Like that's how thin that was. That was insane.
It was tiny. It was tiny.
And then you get the PS3 Slim and it's just as big as the regular PS3.
I had the when it came out PlayStation 3. That thing was old.
Oh, you got the fat one,
Yeah, the fat one.
big old fatty.
The I still
the
have
Slim.
a PlayStation. It's somewhere. I don't know where.
That you should keep it because you can play PS2 games on it.
Well, maybe PS5 will be able to do all of them. Any PlayStation game.
Maybe, and then you can throw that fucking thing out.
Throw all of
It'll
them
be
away.
obsolete.
You don't think
Don't throw it
nobody
away, sell it.
nobody's gonna buy a PlayStation 3.
I'm sure there's some guy out there who's like, I gotta have every PlayStation ever.
There's only 4 of them. It's not like there's that many.
There's 5.
The 5th one's not out yet.
And
so
there's the slims and the ultra slims and like
Oh,
the
why
special editions and the
Slims and stuff. That's-
God, it's a completionist thing, Devin.
Do you think the 5 will come out with different colors? You think it's just gonna be white?
I probably will at some point. I don't know if it'll launch with additional colors, but I'm sure eventually people will be like, "Oh, I want a fucking piss green one," and then they'll come out with one of those.
What a camo one.
I want a camo, fucking Call of Duty, man.
They come out with a camo 4?
Probably
They did. They came with a white 4, which looked dope.
they did. Yeah, it looked really cool. I remember the white PS3 looked so good, but it was like $10,000.
Why is it so much more expensive
Fuck,
for a
man.
white paint job, man?
It's just like it's the same thing. It's just white. It doesn't do anything different. It's just white.
Got that upcharge on you, man.
I guess
How
that's white privilege.
I could see this PlayStation coming with the camera just because nobody will buy it.
That's what the Xbox One did. Remember, like the Kinect. Remember when that was a fucking thing?
And you had to have it
yeah,
on.
you had to have it connected. So I could see that. I could see them just being like, here's a little thing because we need you to have it because we made it. And nobody's gonna use that fucking thing though unless you're streaming.
Nobody uses the PlayStation cameras.
No,
Even streamers don't even use it. They have their own cameras.
I mean if you're streaming from the PlayStation, it'd just be more convenient to.
Most people just have their own cameras set up.
Most people do though. Most professional streamers do.
Plus, I don't want PlayStation stalking me and watching me while I'm playing games.
I mean, you can turn it off. You can unplug it and throw it in a drawer somewhere. When you're not using it.
Not if you're Xbox.
Well, yeah, that was questionable.
I remember people saying that they had to have it plugged in, and then they saw it would be on when they were doing stuff that didn't require it to be on.
Oh, well, it has to be on in order to hear you say connect. Well, that's fucking creepy.
I don't want it watching me, man.
I don't want it.
Don't be a creeper, Xbox. But design comparison, though, the Xbox looks like garbage compared to this. It's just a block.
The Xbox One looked terrible as well. The Xbox 360 didn't even look all that good. And the regular Xbox was just a box with an X on it. Like, Xbox isn't really like Sony. They don't always make the best products, but they make that shit look good. Microsoft is just like, here's a fucking computer.
The thing that hurts Sony the most is when they got hacked. Like 5 times.
Yeah, definitely.
That hurt Sony so bad.
Yeah. That and the fact that the PS3 was $700 when it came out.
Yeah, I remember the PlayStation 3. I remember when I first got my PlayStation 3, it was when like the big hack happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get online with anything. So I was
for like a year or two.
Yeah, I was like, this is stupid. Yeah. That was bad. That hurt their reputation a bunch.
Did. Thank God that didn't happen with the PS4 because they would have been fucked.
I don't think there were any major things happen with PS4, to be honest. None that I can remember.
Nope.
PS4 has been solid. I've had one since it released. It's old as dirt.
Yeah, boy. Back in 2013. Back when Man of Steel came out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess PlayStation 4 is old. It's been 7 years. So
that's not that old, though. The PS3 was out for like a decade.
When did the PS2 come out?
PS2 was like 2002, 3.
See, PlayStation 2 released 2000.
2000. And it lasted up until 2007, so that was around 7 years. And then PS3 from 2007 to 2013.
PlayStation 3 came out in 2006.
The what?
PlayStation 3 came out in 2006.
2006. So that's even longer than I thought.
So between 2 and 3, there was 6 years. Between 3 and 4, there were 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah.
Really? I thought that was much longer.
No. 2006 to 2013 is 7 years.
Wow. So I guess 7 years is just the thing.
Yeah, they're keeping on track. They did 6, 7, and then this one will be 7.
So in 2027, we'll get the PlayStation 6.
Yep, around that time.
And the X Block.
The Xbox, whatever they name it. What is this one even called? Series X?
Yeah, some dumb like corporate name. Can I get an Xbox Series X?
They are not consistent with their naming.
No, they're not. And they named it the 360 because you could like get on the internet and have like Netflix and stuff on it. And then when the next one came out, everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be like the 720 or whatever for some fucking reason." And they were like, "No, we're gonna name it Xbox One."
And then the next one is gonna be called.
And then we're gonna call it Series X.
Yeah,
it's like what? Just call it Xbox One, Xbox 2, Xbox 3. Like fuck you.
Stupid. At least PlayStation's consistent. PlayStation
1, PlayStation 2. They didn't call it the PlayStation Oasis.
Now that you said that, they're gonna come out.
God damn it!
It's gonna be blue.
I mean, that probably wouldn't look terrible. It could. It's possible.
Well, that's all I have to talk about, though. PlayStation wise, there wasn't much revealed, but
yeah, there wasn't a whole lot.
Bunch of games that we don't know anything about, and or we'll probably never know anything about because I will never play them probably. So,
yeah,
some of them at least I will never play.
I'll play probably like 4 games on this fucking thing,
and then you'll sell it
sell it.
PlayStation 4, unless it's a 4K DVD player, then you just keep it and watch 4K.
I don't fucking have any. I have like 4.
You have a reason to get some because you'll have a 4K DVD.
I guess they're really expensive.
Yeah, they are. Just
like $35.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta get Goodfellas in 4K because that's a fucking smart idea.
You can go to Disc Replay and get them for like $10 though.
I could. That's true.
That's what I did. That's where I get all my 4Ks from.
That's true.
Except I spent like real money on in-game. I got that in 4K. So So
I mean, I could just watch Rise of Skywalker on it because I have that on 4K.
ew. Why would you want to watch that in better resolution?
I don't know. I gotta see the Emperor's fucking face.
Ew. No.